You're listening to the DNTO podcast. Wandering troubadour Jay Brannan is an intensely talented guy. He writes and performs his own songs, and he acts in movies. And it was getting kicked out that launched him on his career path. Let's find out how by catching up with him on tour in his hotel room in Columbus, Ohio.
Hello?
Jay!
Hi.
It's Sook-Yin.
How's it going?
It's going well. Hey, Jay, today we are sharing our kicked out sagas, and I'm wondering about a time when you were kicked out.
Well, I was kicked out of college. How's that?
Really? Like, you mean acting school?
Yeah, I was an acting major at the University of Cincinnati. They have a conservatory acting program, but every 3 months or so in the program, they evaluate each student. And the way that happens is you do 2 monologues in front of the whole department, like the faculty and the students, and they pass or fail you each time. And if you fail 2 of those evaluations in a row, then they kick you out of the program. And so I failed my first 2 in my first year.
How can that be? I mean, you're an amazing actor. You're an amazing performer. I mean, what did you do? What were your monologues?
I don't even remember. I mean, one had to be a classical monologue, and then the other one had to be contemporary, or maybe they just had to be contrasting in some way, and that's what I did. But it was a very confusing sort of thing to happen because it was all acting classes, and I had a 4.0 in all those acting classes. I had a talent scholarship, which they gave to me to entice me to come to the program. And they told me some really strange things, like you get feedback from all the professors afterwards, and they told me that I could never be an actor and that maybe I should go to a liberal arts program and consider acting in grad school and a bunch of sort of like fluffy, artsy things. Like you really felt something during that monologue, but it's like you sat down in the middle of the room of the emotion instead of banging on the doors and trying to find the windows to get out. And, like all this sort of one of the craziest things they told me was that you don't know who you are, which
What?
I'm 28 now, and I don't even know if I necessarily know who I am, but I certainly didn't as a 17-year-old. 17 years old.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So how did it feel getting kicked out of this place that you really wanted to be in?
It was sort of devastating to hear these people who've basically like signed on to be a part of your life, to help you pursue your dreams for your entire life, all of a sudden just sort of turn their backs on you and be like, you know what, we were wrong. You have nothing to offer. It affected me and probably still does to this day, on a subconscious level in terms of believing that I have ability or, that I have something to offer in terms of like, my art or my work. But I think it was one of the best things that ever happened to me because I didn't want to be in college. I wanted to be an actor. So instead of choosing to transfer to another acting program, I chose to move out to California, got into an acting class, for a lot less money. I got an acting agent and started going on auditions and stuff, and, then I was kind of really doing it. It wasn't the first time someone had told me that I couldn't do something in my life, and it was certainly not the last. Whenever people ask me, like, what's the best advice you could give someone or someone, I think it's just to like follow your instincts and kind of do what feels right and don't listen to what other people say, because the world is full of people who want to tell you what you can and can't do and how you can and can't do it, but none of them really know what they're talking about.
Right on. Well, thanks, Jay, and take good care, okay?
Thanks again, you too.